a wild and exciting ride on the road to TransWorld. This is TransWorld Live.
That's right, Sean. It's Tuesday. Happy TransWorld Live Tuesday. What's up, Jen?
Nothing. What's up with you?
How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. What about you?
We are here celebrating the best Tuesday of this week, for sure, because we're here live and you get to join us. So excited for that.
So excited. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, it's an honor.
It's an honor. Lights. I should have done that.
Awesome. We have to be festive, right?
We need to represent.
Exactly. It's like 8 days to Christmas and Hanukkah and all of the festivities, so we have to be ready.
Well, this year, Rich put lights on our house, so it's very exciting.
I heard. We got to see a picture of that last week. It was beautiful.
It's very exciting. I still think the menorah should be represented.
You have to. You have to. Absolutely, yes. Well, Sean, Tara, we're glad that you guys are here. As people are coming in, please let us know where you are from. Unfortunately, we can't see you unless you chat. And our stream right now is going to 5 different social media feeds, including YouTube. And guess what, Jen? Robert tells me that we are just a shade close of 1,000 viewers, subscribers for YouTube. So
awesome.
If you have not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because when we get to 1,000, Jenny's giving away something really awesome.
Oh, Jenny's giving away something really awesome.
Surprise. That's great.
Fun. We definitely want to do that. So please, yes, be that 1,000 subscriber.
100%. Robert, we're glad you're here. Boy, Mom, we're glad you're here too. We do have some little bits of somber notes that we wanted to mention here at the top of the show. For our happy birthday notices, the only birthday that's on our radar right now is in memory of, fortunately, of Pandora, her birthday would have been Sunday. So we want to take a remembrance of that. And then, of course, a special mention to our very own Rich, who did lose a family member today. And we want to keep him in our thoughts and prayers and hope that you do the same as well.
Thanks.
Now, we have to come out of that because, Jenny, we are only 71 days away from TransWorld. You're there at TransWorld HQ. Is the buzz crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy here right now. There's a lot. I can't believe how soon the show is. I said it to Stephanie the other day. I was like, oh my God. It's soon. It's happening. It's happening.
It's all happening. It's crazy. I had just gotten a chance to stop in last week. We had a meeting about other stuff, and it's crazy because there is stuff. Rich has got his master plan. He's working on releasing that show floor very soon, but that's an artistry in itself.
I know. And it even looks better, actually, the way he's lining up this year. I didn't think it could get better than last year, but I think he's going to outdo himself this year. It looks amazing.
See, and last year it was crazy. It's a whole city.
It's a whole city. I know. And what's scarier is the floor plan for East Coast is up as well. So I'm looking, and it's just a lot. It's a lot going on.
Well, we are so grateful for both of you and the entire TransWorld team who's working behind the scenes to make the biggest TransWorld on record happening at the end of February. Like we said, we're 71 days away. So book your hotels if you haven't already. All of your information can be found at one source, and that's haashow.com. Now, we do have websites for the interactive entertainment and for Christmas, but if you want a one-stop shop, haashow.com, and it'll guide you to everything that is offered at this year's show.
Absolutely.
Now,
and the Christmas seminars will be up soon as well. So those are almost completed. So we should. I'm shooting to have them up by Christmas.
See, and that's such a nice present to unwrap right on Christmas. Like we get those.
That makes me so happy when they're done.
It really is wild. Like we talk to people all the time. They're like, oh, hey, everything's up for TransWorld. And we're like, no, everything is not up.
No, and there's 5 more seminars that are going to be introduced as well on the Halloween side. So we've got some big names coming up. So that they're not there until everything is finalized, but we do have 5 more seminars. So look for that too as well.
That's a great point. Stuff's always being added, yes. Seminars, events, new happenings, information. So stay tuned to that. And of course, here at TransWorld Live. So make sure you like all of our broadcasts and make sure that you are subscribing so that you get notified, because we're going to have all that the late breaking news right here. Jenny, I heard some breaking news actually that we should talk about real quick. A little bird told me that TransWorld Live has a brand new sponsor.
Yes, we do. We're very excited.
Awesome. Who is it? Who is it? I'm excited. Drum roll.
Ticket Spice.
Oh, look at that. Robert with the excellence there. We love you guys at Ticket Spice. Thank you for sponsoring the show. We're going to be doing some fun stuff with them in the upcoming weeks on the road to TransWorld. So make sure you check them out. And we thank them for all they're doing for us.
Yep. And they're sponsoring a lot of stuff at TransWorld as well. They sponsor the Wednesday night networking night out. They also have that VIP on Saturday night that's inside of the Zombie Prom. Yes. They're going to be sponsoring the Museum of Intrigue party. So they do a lot, and they're also the interactive show sponsor. So they're a big part of TransWorld too, of the St. Louis show.
We are so grateful for them. You're very right. They're a big part of making all of this happen.
Yep. Absolutely.
Now, we're on the road to TransWorld, and we're talking about Christmas, and we wanted to highlight 3 quick events before we get into this jam-packed show. There are 3 events that if you're a fan of Christmas, if you're thinking about Christmas, if you have any interest in Christmas, you're going to want to check these out. And the party starts on Wednesday with TransWorld's Networking Night Out. Yep. Jenny, this seems like the one-stop shop, whether you're in haunts, whether you're in escape rooms, or whether you're strigging Christmas lights everywhere. This is the place to be.
Yeah, and if you notice as you scroll down, what's new for this year is we have a form now where you can submit your questions ahead of time. I'm not promising that all of them will get answered, but we're hoping to be able to cover a lot of them. So do fill that out so that ahead of time we can make sure that we can answer your questions as well.
Beautiful. And then going over to Friday night, we have the Christmas show presenting Christmas around the world.
I'm so excited for that.
So excited to be able to see this holiday as it's presented really everywhere.
In a bunch of different countries. Yeah, we're going to have specialty food, specialty drinks, games. We've got a bunch of stuff that we're looking forward to doing at the Christmas party this year.
And a huge thanks, of course, to Ticket Spice and Boscoyo Studios for sponsoring that. Yep. So that's awesome. But not to be outdone, Saturday has its own networking mixer free to all attendees on Saturday night. And that's going to be at the Embassy Suites.
Yep.
What a great opportunity. I mean, would you recommend anyone that's maybe on the haunt side that might be watching and saying, hey, should I make the jump to Christmas? This would be a great place to go meet some people, right? It's
a great place to network. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great place because a lot of exhibitors go as well. So it gives you a chance to mix and mingle with them outside of the show floor. And, as well as talk to other Christmas, people who own attractions or operate them to kind of just catch up and kind of hear what's going on and what's new in the industry.
Love it. Love it. Well, as Jenny mentioned, there's a whole lot of Christmas seminars that are going to be coming in within the next week. But we really have one of the most epic ones, and we're going to be talking about that tonight with our very good friend. Jen, would you like to help me introduce our very first special guest tonight?
I would. And before we introduce him, I'd also like to say that he had a very special birthday the other day. He turned 50.
Yeah.
So we all want to give a big round of applause to Josh Trees. He made it to 50. Who would have known? I'm just kidding.
Oh, my gosh. Look at that.
Old man here.
Look at him. He's playing Santa Claus.
I feel old today.
Well, TransWorld Live, our very own Josh Tree from WeHangChristmasLights.com. What a great beard, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I can't say enough good things about Josh. He's been so instrumental in so many things in regards to the Christmas installer series and things like that at our show. And he's just been a great resource for TransWorld and just a great personal friend. So I love Josh, and I'm so excited that he's going to be explaining his new series that he's bringing to TransWorld this year. And I think we can all, everyone should sign up for it. And especially people from Halloween that are thinking about getting into the Christmas, lighting installer series to be able to install some lights and different things. I think there's just a lot of crossover and benefit for it. So I'll let Josh kind of go into it, but I think it's an amazing series that he's developed.
Yeah, we're super excited about this year, particularly because we're bringing in some other aspects besides just the Christmas lighting. As you know, Christmas lighting, of course, is my main focus. Been doing it for, gosh, I guess it's going to be 28 years now, completed 27 years in the industry. Started when I was a young man of 22 years old.
Wow.
So it's just kind of in my blood at this point. And yeah, like you said, Jen, you and Rich, great friends. And we love being a part of TransWorld. We've been part of that from the beginning since I guess was 2018 that we started up with
and
with TransWorld and kind of facilitating that and putting it together. Yeah,
first show. Yeah,
can't believe we're hitting 2024 going, or 2025 rather, going strong with it. So we love being a part of that. Always a great thing. I'm really excited about this year because I think more than ever we're seeing one of the biggest turnouts that we're going to have this year. I'm excited for that. As I said, we're going to add some other aspects of lighting, which is going to be landscape lighting, which kind of goes hand in hand for some of these guys that are looking to kind of convert their Christmas light business, other service business into an add-on service, or even, there's a lot of guys that start doing Christmas lights that are doing pressure washing, they're doing landscaping, particularly those two industries, I would say. And after a while, they start noticing that their Christmas light business is actually outgrowing the revenues of their existing other service business. And it becomes very appealing for them to want to just focus 100% on lighting. So one of the ways to do that is going to be the landscape lighting, event lighting, wedding lighting, of course. And we'll have a full day dedicated to the landscape lighting with one of my good friends and really a goat in the industry from way back, Nate Mullen at Lifetime Lighting, and then also Shane Duffy with his and the Glow Geeks. So those guys will be joining me for the landscape lighting side, and then we're going to have the master of the RGB lighting, Paul Hayden from Reinders, and he's going to be doing a full day, very intense, hands-on, in-depth class on RGB lighting, which is something over the last couple of years that we've seen grow tremendously. And that's like the permanent lights that you see that are the color changing lights that's been extraordinarily popular, particularly over the last couple of years. So we're excited to have those add-ons. And of course, we're going to have some great stuff with the Christmas lights, some commercial sales and marketing. Stacy Jordan's going to be joining me a little bit for that. Also going to be getting into some of the basics and, just getting into a lot of good things with all of it. So very excited about that. And I'd say, like you were saying earlier, you guys were talking about anybody that's even just considering getting into this business and coming over from the Halloween side, I think it would be a great transition, a great add-on. I've had a lot of guys that we work with, guys and gals that also are in the haunt industry, the Halloween industry. Not as many as we'd like, but I think that they see a big benefit to it as well. Very similar parallels. And even if it's talking about doing like drive-through parks, walk-through parks, that's getting very popular as well. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of really, really, it's going to be hard to squeeze it into 3 days, but we're going to be able to do that. And then of course, thank you for letting us add the fourth day for an hour and a half where we can kind of do a recap for our, what we like to call our town hall style meeting, where it's just kind of an open forum. I get a panel of about 6 to 8 people in the industry that I really admire and feel like are kind of go-tos in our industry. And it's just kind of an open closeout, and then also questions aspects that we get into. And then after that, we're going to be at the trade show the whole time, of course, all of the days of that. And we have a lot of great stuff planned for that, some prizes, some different presentations we're going to be doing throughout the day. And that's where we can also answer, any additional questions is by people just coming by our booth. So yeah, we're super excited. It's about a 10-day experience for us when it's all said and done. And as you can vouch for, Jen, we really kind of made TransWorld our home as far as our main annual convention. And it's the definitely without a doubt, we always tell people this, everybody that we come across in our training events in Dallas or wherever we're doing them, or any other event that we're at, that TransWorld without a doubt is the go-to premier show by far. There's not even a close second when it comes to Christmas lights. I mean, if people want to fly all the way to Germany, then great. But that's a little bit of a long flight, especially for a big guy like me. So,
no, and the value, and the one thing that's insane too is Josh is doing so much. I mean, there's training on Tuesday all day. There's training on Wednesday all day. There's training half a day on Thursday. You have a party Thursday night. Friday, you've got like Josh was saying, the meeting and the wrap up. And you guys, all of this plus the trade show floor is $295. I mean, where are you going to get that? I mean, honestly, he's serving food on Thursday night as well. And
and that party's become a tradition.
I mean, so I mean, you really look at that package that Josh has come up with and created. It's insane the value that's in there. So I mean,
not just food, even a couple drinks.
Even a couple drinks. Josh is right. He probably comes with a drink. So, and there's bowling. I mean, it's everything. The value. We're going to have a little bit more in depth as the weeks, start to come off the next week or two of really everything that it has in it. But it is so packed with information. The value, you're not going to get that anywhere else because that also includes the trade show floor.
Yeah.
No, absolutely great value. When you combine it all, like you said, with the event that we have at Flamingo Bowl, all the educational resources, and these guys this is coming from top guys in our industry,
for sure.
People that have years and years and years of experience, not just like, I've got this combined experience. These are guys that have been in the trenches, have been in the business for a very long time, and that are leaders in those industries. And that's who I choose to go alongside me when we're doing these events, because it's just so important to get that genuine knowledge. And these guys that co-host this with me in the different trades and so forth, with the landscape lighting and the RGB lighting, they really have a passion for it and helping people, like I do as well, just helping people grow their business, scale their business, get into the business. We're all serial entrepreneurs that love helping other people do it. And there's going to be some great follow-up events throughout the year at our training facility in Dallas that people that attend this will have some very good discounts, if not be able to attend those for free. So I'd say that, this is going to be a great foundation with some excellent opportunities. And I'm not just talking a couple of events. I'm talking every month we'll be having stuff going on out in Dallas as a follow-up to this. So I really encourage people to get out there. St. Louis is a very centrally located place for people to get to. I like the fact that it is there every year. Some people say, "Oh, why do they do the same place every year?" Well, I think it's because the familiarity, the know-how of knowing the right places, Jen, and the good places to go, the right parties to have. It really adds a lot to it, and that builds the consistency year after year. And every year that I've been there, of course, we had the COVID year to deal with, but it always gets better. It's always great, but there's always something new and bigger and better. And it's just, I can't, like I said, everybody that we talk to, it's a must see. Just all the vendors. And, it's, for me, there's a lot of my direct competitors there. And, I don't have a problem with that at all, because I want the people, like I said, I want people to have the options and see these ginormous Christmas RGB trees and light trees and the different silhouettes and, everything that's out there to offer, even software companies, and from clips to lights to $800,000 Christmas trees. That's where you're going to find it, all under one roof.
Amen. Now, Jen and Josh, we do have a question about the light series of the seminar series. And the question is this for people who are already in the industry, or those that are just getting started, or both?
So that's a great question. It's really a little bit for both. I would say it is going to be more geared for people that are already in the industry. Okay. Now, that said, with the follow-up classes that we have available, which are a 2-day hands-on class, because I'd love to be able to teach everybody in one day this whole
Sure.
business inside and out. And unfortunately, that's not the case. But again, it'll provide a good foundation, but that follow-up that'll be available after the fact, and so many dates that we're doing that this year at our dedicated training facility, is really going to make it beneficial. And I think that could somebody come out and get by with it, they're not going to get everything they need. Again, it's going to be a good basis, but it's, as far as like people that are already in the industry, it's going to be a little bit more catered to that, because it's going to be more of, like I said, the commercial marketing, the commercial sales and marketing, but a lot of it is going to be basic sales and marketing techniques in general. And I just think I tell people, the more education you can get, the better. And the reason that I would really encourage the newbies to attend is that they're probably going to have the opportunity, if they want to pursue this and they want to be serious about it. It's a minimal investment to fly to Dallas, to come out there. We feed you, we take care of everything. And this is going to be something that they won't have the opportunity to attend it until, again, the following year. So I think that walking the trade show floor, making those connections, getting that knowledge basis, and I think it would be a huge benefit. And that's why, even though the classes that I'm doing, maybe, and I'm speaking specifically of the Christmas light side, are going to be geared a little more to the, to the existing installer, it would still be great to have them there, because they don't want to miss out on that opportunity and have to wait a whole nother year. So I would highly recommend anybody who's just thinking about getting in this business to come out. Now, the landscape lighting,
really quick, and just to add to Josh's, we're going to have a little bit of some of the beginner classes as well. Josh is helping me work on that. So there will be some stuff. So you can probably pair them together a little bit as well. So
100%.
So that's another thing, as well as, so you're going to have the opportunity to see some of ours that are going to be a little bit more geared for the beginner. Josh has them where it's definitely, more geared for maybe the more intermediate and advanced. And then also, to Josh's point, you'll be able to follow back up with him to get, with more questions, and be able to get out there and do some educational training that will be additional and free. So I think between the three of us, between those three options, we have it pretty much covered.
Absolutely. And the thing is it's going to give them that foundation to where they will have a little bit of an edge when they're coming into that class or whatever, with the additional knowledge, specifically on the product side, because they're going to see so many products out there, product demos. And to your point, Jen, yes, I mean, I'm going to help you with those classes that are additional on Friday and Saturday that you're putting together. So even aside from ours, there's going to be other stuff. Now, I do want to point out that the other participants of the show on the landscape, with Nate and Shane on the landscape lighting side, and with Paul on the RGB side, those are going to be geared with a lot of basics. So, with those two, it is going to be geared a little bit more towards that, and it'll still have the follow-up. And we're in the process of trying to put together the dates. So maybe we could have a link on your site, Jen, or somewhere where people can view those and see, like, okay, well, when do we have stuff going on in Milwaukee? When do we have stuff going on in Dallas? Milwaukee would be through our partner Reinders, and then in San Diego through Nate with the landscape lighting. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just to be there, and the networking alone is huge, because I've never been to a trade show that has so much nightlife going on and everybody in one place. And I think a lot of that's like, well, like you always said, there's some fun stuff to do in St. Louis, but all the fun stuff is going on right there on those two blocks that we're dominating when we're out there. I mean, it is TransWorld during that time. And people like somebody was mentioning, I think it was even in the comments, like how the networking is huge.
Oh, yeah.
And you can build some great relationships out there. And a lot of people are in our industry, there's always, a few nasty people out there, but for the most part, people are really helpful. And even if it's in their own backyard, let's see, we promote breeding, competition is going to happen regardless. And we're like, let's get these people out there on a level playing field. Because I get slack all the time, like, oh, you're training people, you're doing this. Well, we're training them the right way. We're telling them what they need to do, the insurance, all that stuff. So it really is a you'd have a hard time going out there and not making a few friends. I'll tell you that. You'd have to be a major introvert. So with that, maybe just add a little alcohol at one of the events and you'd be fine. But,
it is great. You know,
but no, it really is. I can't say
networking.
enough good stuff about it. What's up?
You can't replace the networking. You know,
No.
No, you
that's
can't. You
something
can't.
I understand that you can be able to take classes at different places sometimes, but the networking in the group and the whole industries that come together and be able to share notes and compare and talk about their seasons, it's invaluable.
Well, and my kids, you know, JW and Wyatt, they're so interested in Halloween, and Wyatt has been since he's, you know, probably 6 years old, as far as, you know, scaring people. And they're going to be sitting in a lot of the Halloween stuff, which we're excited for, because we're thinking about doing a Halloween walk. But one thing I wanted to ask you, Jen, I might as well ask you on this. Are we going to do any roundtable stuff like we've done before at the Holiday Inn? Is that on the agenda?
So that'll be on Wednesday night. We have the roundtables.
Okay, so if I'll talk to you about that after.
So
the
we
fact.
can talk
I
about
love
that offline.
I love the roundtable, and that's where people can get more specific topics and sit down with somebody like myself, somebody else that's very, you know, that's knowledgeable in their field, and it's kind of, you know, what, 10, 12, 14 people sitting there, and you kind of go from table to table, and it's really just a big, I like to call it like a strategy session and Q&A, and one question develops to another question. And that's what's so good when people say, oh, I'll go to virtual events and I'll do this and that. Well, you can get a little bit, you know, you don't get the hands-on, but the other thing you don't get is you don't get that same interaction. You don't get that one question that leads to another question. And that's what I love about having a live audience, is that I've had people in my classes that have taught me something after 27 years, because it just, you know, that's the way it works. When you get a lot of like-minded people in the same room, good things happen. And this is happening a lot of people in the same room. So
that's right. A question that we get always, and it looks like when you're talking about this light seminars and you're talking about any of our Christmas seminars, is how do I learn or earn more requests for purchases? How do I win those? How am I more competitive? How do I win more of my quotes? Will this seminar kind of dive in, give some tips and tricks into the sales end of quoting?
Yeah, absolutely. Me and the other guys discussed that, and it's the nice thing is that the sales process is very similar throughout the three topics that we're talking about. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be able to touch on that kind of for all of the industries, and all the three guys that are there, and Jen knows this much. So I'm at heart, I'm a sales and marketing guy. I've always had somebody else is in charge of operations, and I'm an idea person, and, you know, a person that likes to delegate and put ideas into perspective. Into implement them and get them, you know, because one thing's an idea and falling through is another thing. But no, absolutely, we'll talk about overcoming some of the most common objections, how to get prices higher, and how, you know, truly in all three industries that we're talking about, everybody is not your customer. You know, we're big on saying that. You know, we're not looking, because we offer a high dollar service. We might not always be the most expensive. We're certainly never the least expensive. But to answer your question, you bet. Yeah, we're going to get into some and it'll be some of the most important stuff, because we're not going to spend time on anything unless it is really important. So everything coming out of our mouths is going to be pretty intense, and I think people are really going to enjoy it and walk away with some key aspects that will help them really in any aspect of their in any service business when it comes to the art of marketing and selling.
Love it. Great answer.
From what I've seen, I went and met with Josh, and kind of what I see him rolling out looks pretty amazing. It really is. I mean, and I can't begin to tell you enough the value that's there. So it's great.
We've got some cool stuff planned, and
really
kind of, yeah. And since we've shifted models, it's really exciting. And bottom line is when our guys out there are doing better, making more money, you know, making more sales, we've really set it up to where it's a win-win situation. And I've always felt that way. Any kind of business relationship needs to be a win-win situation. And, you know, we'll probably throw some freebies out when it comes to like some forms. You know, if somebody comes out there and says, hey, can we get a look at your contract? Or sure, we'll send over email. Or one of the things I was planning on having available for participants to this would be one of the commercial emails that we've sent out, that I have personally when it comes to generating more commercial business and, basically the email, and then as well as like some of the key industries to focus on, because that's also becoming a real target for a lot of these guys, because it's obviously going to be higher dollar, higher margin sales. And there's a certain way that you've got to approach that different than a residential customer. And we will absolutely be getting into that.
Love it. Love it. Oh, cannot
it
wait.
sounds really good.
It's going to be good. I'm telling you. I'm excited. I'm already excited.
He
Usually
is.
I don't get this excited
I
this
literally
soon.
met with him right after Rich and I got married, and he kind of rolled out all of his plans. And I was like, wow, this is a really great fit for our show. Like, I'm super excited about it, because it's not like we would just, not that I wouldn't, but we want to work with someone that we feel is a really good partner as well. And I think what Josh is bringing to the table is just amazing. So we're really super excited about it as well.
This is fantastic. Well, thanks, guys. This is wonderful. And before you go, Josh,
thank you.
Can we talk about WeHangChristmasLights.com? Obviously, you've been doing this for 28 years, and what an amazing resource your day-to-day company is. Again, WeHangChristmasLights.com. Can you talk a little bit about all of the amazing services that you do there all over the country?
Yeah, so really I registered that domain probably 25 years ago, when it was like $75, through register.com.
Absolutely.
And back when they still had regular phones and the call waiting indicator. I remember we used to put signs out, which is a huge marketing secret in our business, is signs. You guys see them all around. And
Sure.
we started, my wife always jokes about it. We would take poster boards and a stencil from MJ Designs, Michael's, it was called at the time. I think it's back to Michael's again now. And we put out all these signs. We started getting hundreds and hundreds of calls. And that's why I mentioned the little caller ID for the people that are old enough, like 50, to be able to remember that. I came home one day to the office and saw that whole thing had registered 99, which was the max number of calls. So We Hang Christmas Lights at first was just on a sign. Then it became a domain, a website, and went from a website that was pretty cheesy to a really, good website with a lot of interactivity. And you see up there the zip code. So the way that WeHangChristmasLights.com works is we have affiliates across the United States in most U.S. major cities now. And a customer will go in, they'll enter in their zip code, and then they're prompted for either to click on residential or commercial. And then they can either call or they go to a form and they fill it out. And it's all zip code based, is what's really cool about it. So if they call, they get connected with the installer that it rings to the installer's phone or phone lines that is in that particular zip code that they cover. Or if they fill out the form, same way, it'll actually forward to them. So it's similar to a franchise in the regard that we provide all the marketing materials, the hats, the shirts like I have on that you can barely see right now, but polo shirt says WeHangChristmasLights.com, signs, brochures, postcards. So what that does is I call it cooperative marketing, because we all share the same phone numbers. And I say numbers because we put a different number on every marketing medium we have for tracking purposes. But that allows me to go out and make the maximum amount of that product, the marketing collateral that we need to, in order to get the biggest discount. So let's say with postcards, I think the numbers, it's pretty low. It's like 30,000, but most people aren't going to need anywhere near that. So they can buy a couple thousand, and they're getting the same price as if they were going to buy 30,000, because we carry that wholesale pricing onto them. Same thing with signs, same thing with t-shirts, everything else. And the great thing about WeHangChristmasLights.com is it's very, very memorable. The name is. I'll never forget it. There was a job that we were doing. I was giving an estimate over in coastal area, Del Mar of San Diego. And the lady was telling me, she's like, I didn't remember the phone number, because the phone number was just a regular 619 number. She's all, but my daughter said, remember, it's WeHangChristmasLights.com. So it rings nicely. It's very
it really is a great name.
And yeah, we're actually in the process too. We're going to be launching, because WeHangChristmasLights.com is pretty much covered in most cities now. So we're also launching the ChristmasLightDude.com, which is a really cool logo, kind of a surfing Santa vibe to it. And then Christmas Light Installation, which is going to have many of the same benefits. So that's something that we're really excited about for 2025 as well. Like Jen said, we have a lot of new stuff and really a new fire beneath us as far as like just things are really cooking now and really going good. And that's, I think, part of the reason that we're so excited about TransWorld this year, just because of all that new stuff we have. Yeah. And don't judge the site. We're still revamping it. Even the logo, even though I like that logo, it's way better now. Yeah. So got to get that going in full effect. But yeah, it's so it's kind of that same vibe, with the same Santa logo, but it's even better. So yeah, so that's really what we hang. It's aside from the educational aspect, because I'll get into just a little bit of that real quickly. I know you guys probably got to go on to the next guest, but we also pride ourselves on, that's probably the main thing. So even if people aren't getting on that program, first and foremost, we're here to help people get a Christmas light business started, and not just get it started, but successfully have a Christmas light business. And we do sell products, no secret to that. We sell the best products out there at competitive prices, like a lot of other people as well. A lot of us are kind of along the same lines with price. And that's why I say it's a win-win situation. When our guys are out there, we're teaching them, we're training them right, they're closing more deals. Generally, they're buying lights from us because we're there to do that hand-holding. People are amazed, and it's a great, for us, we really enjoy what we do, both Lisa and I, my wife, and, our boys work for us too in different capacities. But it's really great when you hear somebody, and it's not everybody by any means, but a few people here and there say like, look, you guys are really have helped change my life. You've helped me get out of this job that I didn't like. And by doing this, I was able to be able to do what I really wanted to do and have that freedom. And it's great to hear that. We take, like I said, a lot of pride in that. And I think Jen can vouch for this. I've told her, it's like, a lot of aspects of this business I don't enjoy anymore because I've been doing it for so long. But, and that's more on the distribution side. My wife handles that. And, other things that are more of headaches. But I really, really love the training, and I still have a great passion for that. And when people are at the events, they'll take note of that and be like, man, you really, kind of do what you say you're going to do. And can tell that I have been out there in the trenches, and I have been doing it for a long time, because I could talk about this stuff in my sleep. I probably do. I'm a sleep talker. I'm probably talking Christmas lights at sometimes. So I just think that training side is a big component.
Classes. Yeah. You want it. It's, I don't know, it's infectious. So I think people will learn a lot. Josh really feels.
Yeah, and you knew that we took a tiny house across the United States. We did that.
Yeah,
and 3 months we did 10 stops in training classes. I don't know if I could do that again at 50, but we did that. It was a lot of fun, and we've trained people in a lot of different ways, and that's why we were so excited to finally get our dedicated training facility going, because it's kind of like it's like our house. It's like not literally. It is a house on a commercial property, but we made it so hands-on. And I go there and I got my big comfy chair and everything. I don't have to worry about, like, when I'm on the road, where the DVD cable or the HDMI cable go. Somebody run staples. So it really is. I combined everything over the years, from training in different cities, doing the tiny house, flying events where we have do the stuff at the hotel and in the meeting room, and kind of combined everything to come up with a training facility that's 5 minutes from DFW Airport. Hotels, 3 minutes away. We have I kind of call it like my man cave / training facility, because that's what it is. We have a big patio, and we just have, we do some intense training, and we have a great time networking together too. So
love it.
That's great. And you guys should also check out Josh's booth at the show. I know we're running short here, but I just want to make sure too. He's going to have I don't know, Josh, are you bringing the tiny house this year?
Not this year, but we'll have some good surprises there. We're gonna. Josh, it's getting a little tiresome bringing that everywhere. So
I bet it does, but you have to stop by his booth too. So Josh really is.
Yeah.
He's got the education. He's got the product lines. He's a really valuable resource. Plus, he's got that amazing website. So there's a lot of different levels that Josh has covered that really makes like a great picture.
Well, Jen and Josh, can I highlight a comment real quick? Because you guys are both passionate on education and training and what it brings to all of us in this field. We had a comment from the chat here that said, excited for TransWorld. Last year was my first year, and I learned a lot. We'll be returning this year and bringing more people with me.
That's great. We love to hear that.
All right.
Yeah. So thank you, Festive Fun.
Absolutely.
Thank you. That's 100%. Great. Well, we're excited. We're excited. Josh, it's not so long as Chris said. I mean, even when he says that number, it gives me anxiety. So.
Oh, it shivers.
I know it does, Jen.
We'll be seeing you guys soon. So thanks for being on tonight.
Yeah. And
absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity.
We appreciate you. Before you go, can you help us with a little giveaway?
Absolutely.
On behalf of Jen, TransWorld, and Josh from WeHangChristmasLights, the two of them have collaborated to say we are going to give away one ticket to this seminar series, the Lighting Institute Technology Education Series at TransWorld. That's a $295 early bird value, $325 regular price, and you're going to get it for free here tonight. What do you guys think?
Right.
Should we ask a little bit of trivia?
Yes, ask away.
Okay. All right, folks. Here's going to be the rules. You're going to mark into the chat LITE. That's what this course stands for, LITE. And then the answer to this question, since we're talking about Christmas lights, my favorite Christmas holiday movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. When Clark Griswold decorates his house, how many lights does he say he decorates it with? What's the number of lights that he says is on the house? So you're going to put LITE and the number. We need all the digits too.
Everybody's Googling now.
Exactly. You see it, Amy, there. Amy, first one out of the box. That's right. 25,000 imported Italian twinkle lights from Clark Griswold.
All right. Way to go, Amy.
Amy, congratulations. Email me at kris@haashow.com and we'll get you hooked up, courtesy of Jen and Josh. Guys, awesome. Nice work.
That was fun. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, Josh, for being on tonight.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you both. Well, folks, the show is not even halfway through here. Amy, congratulations to that. We're going to have some more giveaways because our next guest is a returning habitual resident here at TransWorld Live, and we're so excited. We've been begging him to come back, and we know he has been crazy all month with stuff, so we're glad to get him here right back on the TransWorld Live stage where he feels right at home. Ladies and gentlemen, help me in welcoming Erik Terkelsen from Holidynamics.
Yes.
What's up, buddy?
How's it going, Chris?
I'm wonderful. You're looking great. How are you?
You too. You too.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
How
you? The season.
Very much so. And holy cow, did it feel like it crept up on you? Like all of a sudden, like just boom, it's here.
No, because all year we plan.
Sure.
All year from January 1 through now is planning, working with our customers, coming up with new products. So it's year round for us. So it's like Christmas every day here at Holidynamics.
It is true. We get a chance to hang out with you at different points throughout the year. And really, you guys are the beacon of celebration. I mean, it's nonstop talking about holiday lights, Christmas lights, and everything that is. Before we dive in, for those that are new to the show, for those that haven't seen you before or need a great reminder, tell us everything about Holidynamics.
Yeah, so Holidynamics, we are located in Omaha, Nebraska. We are a manufacturer, supplier, distributor of high-end, premium, utility-grade holiday lighting. So everything from your wreaths. You still there?
Oh, yeah, we're here.
Okay.
There we go.
So everything from your wreaths, garlands, cherry blossom trees. We are the home of dynamic RGB and RGBWW. So we've got a whole extensive lineup of wreaths that carry that dynamic RGB and RGBWW, the C9 bulbs. Pretty much we've been able to create a full experience with this line. So we're really excited about that. And then in 2024, we're really excited because we had a lot of new things happen within our company. So we had our new website launch, which you're showing right there. So thank you, Chris, for showing that. We put a lot of time and energy. Our staff has been working pretty much round the clock just to make sure that everything looks good, that we made the experience a lot easier for our customer base. So that was something new for this year. We've got new products that came out, and one we were able to launch this past year at TransWorld, which we were really excited about, was the actual C9 Glitzer, which this has been just a industry game changer. We use it for basically roof lines, pathways, trees, patio lighting. So lots of different ways that we can present this C9 Glitzer. And this is a patented product brought to you exclusively from Holidynamics. We actually created a retail box now that we have available also. And then we also have within there, within our new products, we've really moved to a lot of year-round items. So now this next year going into 2025, Scott has really designed some new things, Easter eggs, hearts, shamrocks, more of the patriotic stuff we have available to you as well. And then something I'm really super excited about is we are actually, along with our cherry blossom trees and the different species of trees that we make, we're actually offering this year some palm trees.
Yes.
These palm trees are going to be really cool. They're going to go from anywhere from about 7 to 10 feet up to 17 feet. And they're going to be meant for indoor or outdoor. So if you've got a pool area, backyard barbecue, these are going to be perfect for that. So we will be doing a lot of early orders beginning like now, but then also into TransWorld. So hopefully we're going to have one of those palm trees available actually at the show, which is going to be really exciting. So lots of new things that are going on. We don't sleep much here at Holidynamics, but that's okay because we're always trying to come up with new things. But then also what's important is also creating that, good customer experience, and then giving our customers as much knowledge as they can absorb so that they can go out and sell these experiences as well.
Holy cow. You highlighted one of the things when I was preparing for us to talk tonight. I had noticed that palm tree, and that really stuck out. I'm like, holy cow, I need one of those. I need several of those, actually.
Yeah, and if I had one to show on the air, and Chris probably won't do it any justice if I try to come up close here, but that's one of the palm trees that we put up.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
You guys can see that it's just very realistic. These will come unlit, so you could wrap the RGB WW light sets around there.
Okay.
All sorts of different things you can do with those. So that's going to be a real exciting new piece for us, and we think we're going to move a lot of those this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I know it's not a new product, but we have had a lot of questions as we're preparing to talk to you tonight about the Artistics, if I'm saying that right, the Artistics. Tell us about those.
Yeah, so I'm glad you brought that up because this year, so the Artistics is something we came out with about 25 years ago. And the Artistics are 4-foot sections that you can put together and just simply put up on your house. You can see them out on our website. We do everything from icicles to ice flurries. We've got some gift boxes, some glaciers, all different sorts of things that you can put up on the roof line if you're not really into C9 or you want just a different look to your actual roof line. The Artistics are perfect. And we made a joke here this year. We were actually moving so many of them this year, which, kind of probably I would say in that August, September timeframe, I'm like, man, the Artistics really aren't moving as much. But I tell you what, October, November, December, we have moved a lot of Artistics. And the great thing about them, Chris, it's really easy to install them. All the hardware is included as well. So these fit real nicely up on the gutter, into the shingle. So lots of different ways that you can present that. But yeah, definitely the Artistics is one of my favorite products that we offer. And we also offer it in RGB and RGB WW. So you can actually go out there with the icicles or the ice flurries, and with just the change of the button on the remote, you can change colors. And you've got basically 9 different colors, 10 different functions available just in that one Artistic.
So you can use this year round. I mean, it's a great feature.
Yeah.
Oh, now we did have a great question. A lot of great comments about the palm tree. Our good friends from Cobwebs and Candlesticks asked, do you have a cactus?
Not a cactus at this moment, but not to say we won't. So I do appreciate, I love coming on this show because I know with the guests, all of the guests that you have on, and then all the people that follow, always ask some of the greatest questions. But yeah, cactus, that's a great idea. Hadn't really thought about the cactus yet, but that's not to say something like that wouldn't be in the future.
Love it. Yeah. Now we got a chance to really dive into the spritzers last year, which was a beautiful product.
Yes.
Can we talk more for those that don't know? And I think we actually gave away some last year. Yeah. What a beautiful, just starburst product.
And those come in 16, 24, 32 inch.
Okay.
Really easy to, if you're one of those installers, a company that does holiday lighting, and you just do not like to always do the inside branch wraps. Maybe you're tired of the canopy wraps. This is a really good alternative to put these into the canopies. We stake a lot of these as well. So we've got the pairing stakes that are available also. But what's cool is 16, 24, 32 inch, lots of different color combinations. We've got them in pink, red, white, and blue. We've got a Halloween style that's got a black tape and then purple and orange diodes into that one. And then also we have those available, Chris, in RGB and RGBWW. So we carried that line into the spritzers as well. And then one I wanted to showcase here tonight, because this is really the first time that I'm actually showing this. This is a new addition to our line. It's the Elegant line of spritzers, because last year, I think if you remember, we added the Paramount spritzers, which are more of a tree.
Yes.
But then you can flip them upside down, and they're really cool. You can hang them from the trees, different ways that you can present it. But we actually have on that Elegant line, what you're showing right there, I brought it here as well. Tonight, we're going to give a couple of these as a giveaway.
Whoa. Okay.
But what's really neat about this one is it's got a black tape, but it's really elegant looking. So we're thinking this also like in the backyard, summer barbecue areas, in the trees. Just that black tape just gives it a little bit of a different look. We really, with most of our spritzers, do have the white tape on them, and that's because it allows that light to really bounce off that white tape really well. But when we start putting this onto the with the classic white or warm white diode, it just looked really elegant. So this is going to be available as well. We will get a couple of these away tonight, as well as some of the new glitzers that we've got. So yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of giveaways tonight. Also have one to show you guys the cherry blossom tree. Some of you have seen this from last year at TransWorld. We have sold a lot of these. We actually had this on the Home Shopping Network last year as well, it got rave reviews. We sold a lot of them, but this comes in a 2-foot variety. But we also have a bigger version in 5-foot, 7-foot, and then 10-foot. And this is also color changing. So this is going to give you many different colors, many different functions. Great to put as a centerpiece. Maybe you want to put it on an end table. Great for gift giving. So if you have a customer or a family member, you just don't know what to give them this year, the Holidynamics Cherry Blossom 2-footer is a great gift to give.
They're beautiful.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah.
People are raving about them. One question that came up, maybe not about the cherry blossom, but about the spritzers and the glitzers. Are they rated for outdoors?
Yes. Everything that we sell, great question. Everything that we sell at Holidynamics is good for indoor or outdoor, except for our indoor Christmas trees.
Oh, fair.
So if you are, and a great segue into that, Chris, I'm glad you led me down that direction with our gorgeous indoor trees. A couple new additions this year was the 7.5-foot and 9-foot Scotch pine. Beautiful tree. I actually have one that's going up in my house this year because it's just a gorgeous tree, a great price point tree as well. But then if you like maybe more of a noble, we have got the most gorgeous 9-foot noble in an RGB WW that, we get a lot of rave reviews on that one too. But that would be, so to answer the question, everything are bows. We've got a canvas bow that we have a 3-season against fade, which is pretty unique in the industry. Most times you'll have a warranty against manufacturer defect. That canvas gift bow is actually against fade. So I know people in Florida, Texas, California, when they're like, man, I can only usually get about a season out of my bows. With that canvas bow, you're going to be able to get many seasons out of that.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. And huge credit, Shaylin is going to check out the website right after we're done here on the live. And really, your new design website, it is amazing. Everything is showcased. All of those questions that you may have about the product or the dimensions or what kind of power it needs, they're all answered right there. So you can get all of that information. You could design everything. Obviously, I think this goes without saying, you're going to ship anywhere that anyone lives if they're buying them.
Correct. Yeah, so, and we do also have some distributors in the United States as well. Usually some of those guys will attend the TransWorld show also, which makes it easier for us to be able to distribute throughout the United States and Canada. So yeah, pretty much, we're going to be able to service anyone throughout throughout the United States and Canada and around, which is a good
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So everybody
Well,
gets to experience all the pretty lights.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so we got to put you on the spot here. We know that you are a mainstay at the Christmas show and at TransWorld. Are you doing anything special? Anything that you might be able to hint? What might the booth be featuring this year?
So I think, getting out there and showing some of the new trees. One of the things that a lot of people don't know that we also do, we also support, not only do we sell to holiday lighting companies that go and do installation for a living, but we also support a lot of theme parks, zoos, botanical gardens.
Yeah.
So we make a lot of custom pieces also. So we can do animatronic pieces. We do things out of illuminated furniture, just a whole lineup of different things. So we're trying to figure out this year to get into TransWorld to have a little bit of everything, so that everybody can kind of see exactly what Holidynamics has to offer and then be able to experience all of our different products. But if you see out on the website, like what you're showing there, Chris, that is one of our boxwood butterflies.
Yeah.
And just anything that you can think of, we can make. So if you have a customer that's like, hey, can we make this? Your answer should be absolutely. And you can partner with Holidynamics or any of our distributors to help you along the way. But there's some of the illuminated furniture.
Yes.
Just lots of cool stuff. So don't just think about with holiday lighting or Christmas or Halloween, because that's, basically where a lot of that revenue comes from these companies is for Halloween and Christmas. But you can really carry that on throughout the course of the year. So event lighting, the spritzers, the cherry blossoms, those do well for event lighting. So if you know anybody that has, maybe a wedding, event space that they need trees, that's a source that you can use as Holidynamics to get those trees. So lots of different ways to continue to generate revenue. We also offer things a little bit different on Holidynamics. We offer best pricing right out of the gate, which is a little bit unique. Also, one of the things that we do here is we offer some consultative training. Doesn't cost anything. We work with a lot of our customers throughout the course of the year, sometimes meeting with them every 2 weeks or every, once a month, but just as a free offering to them to help them really build their business, whether that be, they want to increase their efficiencies. They want to understand how to better sell the dynamic RGB or RGBWW. Lots of different things, whatever the topic is. Maybe you just want to grow your business, or maybe you're just a first year installer. Chris, you can go out and say, hey, you know what? This was my first year. I kind of made some mistakes. Can you help me through to start building for, the next year? And that's something that we do offer all of our customers.
What might be a great compliment from our good friends, the Hops, Alan and Shannon Hops from Stiltby Studios are saying, I'm currently lost in their website. That's how much depth you guys have there.
Yeah. No, and I appreciate that, Chris. So when Scott was looking at that last year as part of, just the experience, because you can have great products, you can have great people, but you also have to make it easy to do business with, the company. So
that's right.
We invested that time and effort, and Scott made a concentrated effort into, the amount of money we were putting into that just to make things a lot easier. And we've gotten a lot of positive feedback. There's still some things that we are working through. There's some additional things with some of the specs. We wanted to make it where it's, one-stop shop, where not just from our products, but for information. So we're always available. We're not just a supplier that's just, go to the website, make your order on the website, make your order on the website. Although that is the easiest way to do that. We also have a full staff here able to answer any questions, help you to troubleshoot, anything like that. We are full service in that way as well.
Love that. Now, I know you gave us a glimpse of it. Yep. We did have a question that just came in. Can you talk more or show that glitzer a little bit more and talk about the possible uses for that? Because that's a really cool feature that we have not seen a lot of.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. So with this is the C9 glitzer. So you guys can see that's got an E17 socket base. Okay. So this is going to fit into any C9 socket. So lots of different uses to it. So maybe you want to go up on a roof line, and I think we do have some pictures out there on the actual website itself. And then if anybody has any questions, you can always send something to sales@holidynamics.com, and I'll be happy to send you some additional pictures so that you can help sell that to your customers. But roof line would be the main focus here. Now you could do every inch, every 12 inches, 15 inches, 24 inches with just a glitzer. However, I'm seeing most people are kind of alternating that to whether maybe they're just putting the glitzer up on the peaks, or they're putting it every other one, or maybe every fifth one. So maybe it's 4 C9 bulbs and then a glitzer, 4 C9 bulbs of glitzer. Nice thing about it, Chris, we got lots of different colors. So you could use a pure white bulb and then a red glitzer to create that candy cane effect, which is going to really change the whole roof line altogether. Yeah. It kind of is a blend between the C9 and our artistic, but at a better price point. So, to let people know as they're working through this, as most of the customers here are on our wholesale clients, you're picking this up for less than $2 per piece.
Wow.
Right. And the things that you can do with this, the one that I'm most excited about is probably as a pathway. Okay. So instead of doing a pathway, which everybody's seen done over the last 20, 30, 40 years of just having a C9 bulb on a C9 stake, putting this onto the C9 stake instead, it's a game changer. And the looks that you can create with this. So imagine if you're doing a wedding. So we put out maybe the 10-foot cherry blossom trees, and then lining the walk up to the gazebo, you see a line of glitzers in the warm white that adorn that walkway that look very different. And the cool thing is too, we offered in RGB WW. So that's then beautiful. You're also getting the color change with the remote, 9 different colors, 10 different functions. You also have a preset for Christmas, Halloween, glacier, and then a candy stick. So you get a lot of different options. That one is going to be a little bit more. One of the things that we are coming out with that Scott has been designing is actually creating the glitzer to have a twinkle. So that one's going to be a little more, and a little heavier on the price range there, but it's going to have a twinkle that will kind of look more like the spritzer itself. So that's going to be something that'll be new for 2025 as well.
It's funny because Amy put in the chat, she can't wait to see what that looks like. Yeah. And I can't either. Obviously, we're getting a chance to see it on the screen here, but I'm sure it's no comparison for when it is in real life.
Real life, and videos, pictures, those are great. You can show that to a client, but once they see it on their house and they're going through the full experience and they're like, oh my gosh, it's just totally different. That's where we've had a lot of success with it. So one of the things we are looking at too. So think about this, Chris, going from a patio lighting, right? So we offer the patio lights here, the Edison bulbs. But what you could do is just take your C9 stringer, your socket wire, attach that to a guy wire so it's a little more taut, and then just have these hanging down, whether that be under the deck, in a tent, just lots of different things that you can do. And because the price point is so attractive, that's what's really helping this really unique piece. Because again, all we've really seen on a roof line, either the artistics or C9 bulbs, and that's the last several decades. Now we've come out with something that's very new, and we do have the patent in Canada, US, and China. So
that's awesome.
Product, yeah.
Oh my gosh! And
stuff going on.
Andy, we agree. The glitzers look very cool, tucked into evergreen trees.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh! And especially if you could pick, one of 9 different colors or 10 different colors.
Well, one of the things that we did too, Chris, we're trying to get this out there more. Obviously, this was just our first year of it. Sure. I think it has exceeded our expectations based on the number that we've made and been sold out of many of the different colors. But just to see what everybody's going to be able to do with this product, we do have some competitions going on our HD design groups, our little Facebook page, where people can go in and they can post pictures. We're having a contest for the dynamic RGB this year, RGB and RGB WW. So if anybody purchases these and then wants to put them up and wants to participate in that competition, it's the best RGB or RGB WW display can win $1,000 in dynamic RGB and RGB WW product. They actually get their name on the traveling trophy, and then they also get a plaque with their name, and then some other Holidynamics swag. So lots of different things that we're offering for this year.
Oh my gosh, then some bragging rights there. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah. All right. The contest is on, guys.
Yeah, the contest is on.
Eric, this is awesome. To you, to Scott, to the whole team. Beautiful stuff.
No, I appreciate it. We do have our team, top to bottom, our installation team, because we still do installation as part of our business. The reason that we do that, kind of like, what Josh has talked about, having the insight or being able to understand when clients are asking you questions, to be able to respond with an answer, right?
Oh yeah.
You will see sometimes where you do have supply companies, they don't use the products, they just supply them, right?
Right.
So being able to do that and still install, we've got a great installation team. I've got a great operational team, great finance team. Our warehouse team's amazing. So top to bottom, that's really what helps us to continue to grow as a company, and really gives Scott the ability to go out and design more products so that we can be cutting edge in the industry.
Love this stuff. I truly, I know everybody says it and we kind of overuse it a little bit sometimes, but I wish TransWorld was tomorrow, because we would love to come see everything that you guys are doing. I mean, you guys are a mainstay at the Christmas show. I can't imagine us not having you there.
Yeah.
And I'm coming here first thing on Thursday morning to come say hi. So,
well, you can always come out here, Chris, too. Everybody's got an open invitation to come out to sunny, warm Omaha, Nebraska. I know it's a place to go in the winter time. We actually have mid-50s coming up next week, which is really surprising. But we're just located right here in the Midwest. But we could ship to anywhere. We've got a beautiful showroom, 2-level showroom and warehousing on site, as well as our off to the side of me, we've got a full Nebraska warehouse that houses all of our installation products and whatnot. So, but the invitation is always open to come take a look, to build whatever you're trying to build with your customer base. We're always here to help. So that's the biggest thing that I want to offer to this group and everybody watching tonight, is that Holidynamics, we're not just a supplier, manufacturer. We also want to be a trusted advisor to everybody, because it's one of those things. You can make a lot of money in the holiday lighting business, but it's great to get that good information as well. So that's what we have to share here.
Very much so. Well, we're grateful for you. And when people are perusing that catalog, one of the questions that we are getting is, could they place any orders and pick them up at TransWorld?
Absolutely. Okay. I would be more than willing to do that. Yep.
Okay.
And so the other thing is, even though our early orders really start January, they go January to about April 15th. Okay. If people are interested in learning more, even about like the palm trees, because those palm trees are probably going to be, I'll probably have some, Scott, and I'll bring in some to have as stock, but big items like that's really probably going to be more pre-order, just to make sure that, we're able to fulfill those orders, get them out. We really want to get those out to people in early spring, so they can enjoy those all year round. But think about that. If at restaurants, lobbies, hotels, I mean, this is really unlimited. So if you are out there doing holiday lighting for a living, just understand that you can really expand that throughout the course of the year by offering some of those other products, like I mentioned, the event lighting, the cherry blossom trees, the palm trees, different things like that.
What a game changer, too, to really make your event stand out from everybody else's. I mean, they're beautiful stuff.
Thank you.
Holy cow. Well, Erik, we know you mentioned the email before. If you wouldn't mind giving that email one more time, if anybody has any questions.
Yes. So early orders, or you just want to find out more, or you want to become an affiliate of Holidynamics, you can just send that to sales, that's SALES, at Holidynamics, which is HOLIDYNAMICS.com. A lot of times, Chris, people get it confused and they want to call it Holiday Dynamics. And so they'll send me an email. They're like, I sent you an email. I'm like, I never did it. Well, I sent it to Holiday Dynamics, and I'm like, well, it's just Holidynamics. So sales at Holidynamics will get to our team. And if you need any additional information, we can share that with you. If you do have a holiday lighting company and you become an affiliate with us, we can easily take a lot of our PowerPoints that show that new product for 2025, insert your logo in it so that you can just send it to your clients and just start doing the early ordering right now. We talk about being intentional every year. Don't wait till August, September, October, November to get your business going. Right now, as you are taking down lights here after the first of the year, really continue to engage your customers. That's where you're going to win the most. So,
love that, and that's a great point. Holy cow, yeah, that's a really nice feature too with the custom PowerPoints. So when people are selling, they can just use that pre-formatted material here and. But it showcases your products in the best light possible because you guys are designing that. So
correct. But on those ones that we do, Chris, I don't, I can extrapolate all the Holidynamics stuff in there so it's specific to whatever customer, you know what I mean? So that the relationship is with that affiliate and their customer, not with Holidynamics. We're here just to, again, design, manufacture, supply. And as my voice is cracking up because I know that the seasons are changing, it's starting to get a little bit warmer. I mean, Chris, we had ice on Friday, which was horrible. And no matter how long you've lived, I've lived here all my life.
Sure.
I still can't get used to all the ice out on the roads, and it was horrible. So my wife and I went to one of the local stores. We picked up about $300 of supplies on Saturday just to never be in that situation again.
No.
We had shovels, we had salt, it was crazy, but yeah.
Tis the season.
Yeah, tis the season. Tis the season. So I know my voice is cracking up, but I got a lot to say, obviously. And
you always, on behalf of Jen and Rich and everybody here at TransWorld, you've always been a great partner of ours. But I really want to stress that to everybody that's watching. Erik and the entire team there will be a great partner for you as you're selling things, and you can work with them. They're on your team.
Yeah, 100%. We're here to, as Josh was talking earlier, it's really about building the industry. So there's a lot of friends we've made, and I tell my son this. I'm like, some of my closest friends are people I've met in the holiday lighting industry. I've got, my friends Ron and Grant and Joe and Mike and Matt and everybody all around the United States. You, Chris, Robert, Rich, Glenn. I mean, it's amazing how many friends that you make just by doing the things that you love and sharing some of that information and trying to help everybody grow.
Love that.
Maybe
my God.
Package that, Chris. Was that something we could package and sell?
Robert is totally, we are recording this, so we could definitely chop this up. I love it. Oh, it's such a pleasure. And thank you always for being here.
Yeah.
So the rumor is that we might want to, give away something to our wonderful audience tonight.
So let's give away some things. I'm really super excited. As I mentioned, I use that word a lot. Excited about this line, not just the spritzers, just all the spritzers that we do, the Paramount, the Odyssey. I mean, go to the site, look at the different styles that we offer.
Okay.
There are the ability to even do custom spritzers. So if you order, and the order size is a little bit greater, you'll have to order about 120 of these or 10 cases, but we could make them custom. So if you wanted them to be pink diodes with white and red, we could do things like that. That would be a custom spritzer that we do that we currently don't offer on the site, but just know that pretty much any color combination, as long as we make that diode, we could create a spritzer around that. Maybe orange and white. Maybe you're a Tennessee Volunteer fan. You want orange and white. If you're white, we could do that. Maybe you're a Husker fan. I think everybody on the show watching today is a Nebraska Cornhusker fan, and we do them in red and white. So if you need some of those, we can definitely get those to you. But Chris, let's give away a couple of the 16-inch new elegant line spritzer with the warm white diode. And I'll leave it up to you to do the trivia. I love what you just did with Christmas Vacation, that being your favorite movie. I do need to also plug, and I get it wrong all the time. My wife's like, that's not even the name of the movie. I think it's a 12 Days of Giving. I think that's the movie that my daughter was in about 9 years ago. To Prime. There's some other channels that show it as well, but my daughter's in there as an ice skater. So if you get a chance, it's just a cute little kind of not a Hallmark movie, but whatever is opposite of Hallmark. I mean, whatever. But it's a great movie.
I love that. That's really awesome.
Yeah. So something to throw out there. But let's give a couple of your trivia questions. I think you're great at that. And we'll see who wins that.
I love that. Okay. All right. So we've got, let's see here. Wait real quick. All right, cool. We want to do, how many did you want to give away? Sorry, just so I'm clear.
Let's give 2 of those, and then we'll give away some glitzers as well.
Love it. Okay, so we're going to have some fun with this stuff. Let's do one of those elegants, and or let's start with 2. Okay, so here's what we want to do, guys. In the chat, you're going to put TW and then the answer to this question. Since these are elegant and they're beautiful and they're like fireworks, I don't know why, but it inspired me to think of Elf, the movie Elf. with Will Ferrell. So we got to ask something, because these are really high quality products here. So you got to get all 4 of these right. In the movie Elf, Buddy the Elf describes the 4 main food groups for elves. What are they? The 4 main food groups for elves.
That's a great question.
So you got to have all 4 in there. You got to put TW and then what your answer. And you're going to get one of these. You're going to be able to pick it up at the Holidynamics booth at TransWorld.
That's correct.
All right. We have a good one here. And if you're not good at trivia, don't worry, because when Erik is so kind to give away those glitzers, we're going to do some randomization as well. So,
yes. Oh, somebody's got something.
There we go. Holy cow! Festive Farmstead out of the gate. Very nice.
Yeah, William Jones. He gets a spritzer right there.
All right. Okay.
William great. He's great. He says no idea, but go Huskers. So I'll take that one. We'll give a third one. Give that to William.
Fair enough, but Festive Farmstead is our first one out of the gate. Very nice. Of course, the correct answer: candy canes, candy corn, and syrup.
Yeah.
Festive Farms.
Good. So I think that also candles. Wait, what is it? Hold on.
No, go ahead.
It's horrible.
No, please call it out.
So, cobwebs and candlesticks. They had made a mention that they were Bears fans. I don't have that, but I'm a Vikings fan. I know I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, but I'm a Vikings fan.
Okay.
If you as a Bears fan would really like to have the purple and pure white, because it looks like they may have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I know the Bears won't, but yes, that's an option for you. So for
not this year,
for cobwebs and candlesticks, just want to throw that out there.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. All right.
What's the next one?
All right. Email me, KRIS@haashow.com. We'll get you hooked up and we'll get you connected to Erik. And you can pick that up there. All right. So Robert has the jar ready. Yes, there it is. Our magical random jar. And here's how you enter. You just got to say anything at this point. Just chat anything, and you're going to get an entry. See how all those tokens get putting into the jar there. So as Erik and I are talking, so this is for some glitzers, right? We're going to give away a couple of.
So in these, so you can get, and this is the other thing I didn't mention. We also are going to do for early order. You can actually do custom glitzers as well.
Ooh.
So the custom glitzers, think about with C9 bulbs. In a C9 bulb case, it comes in 500.
Okay.
On average, C9 bulbs range anywhere from, and I'm just saying on average, because sometimes a little cheaper, sometimes a little more, but we'll average about 65 cents per C9 bulb. With these, they're just about $1 more.
Okay.
But what you're able to create with them is just something just totally different. What we're going to give away, just so you can at least have this, so you can show it to your client, you can put it on your C9 cord, use it as a sample piece. We're going to give away 2 sets of 3 boxes. Okay.
Holy cow. Okay.
You get 15. And we've got them in multi. So you can just, whether, Chris, they want to email you, we've got several different colors available: pure white, red, blue, green, so on and so forth. But we are going to give away some of those static ones. So 2 sets of 15. Let's do that next. So what do you got for trivia?
Okay. No, actually, this one's going to be totally random. Because
that is random. I see. Okay, there's the jar.
We try to be fair. So, Robert, if you can keep the jar going, and Erik, we're gonna have Erik pick the first one first, but then keep that jar going. So, Erik, whenever you feel like it, just say stop.
Okay. Is it supposed to be doing something where I say stop? Or?
Yeah, no, you just, whenever you say stop, Robert's going to hit the button and a random name's going to appear.
But Robert, nothing's moving in the jar.
Our animation's
stopping. Oh, wait, I'm stopping from up. Hey, hold on.
Robert's awesome.
Okay.
I love this. This is great.
Stop.
Okay. Still B Studios. That's Alan and Shannon, congratulations. You just won a set of 3 boxes.
Yes.
Awesome. We know they're going to be there. See, everybody can win here. All right.
Awesome.
All right, we'll shake that jar one more time. If you have not entered yet, just say anything into the chat. We like the creativeness here. Oh, look see, Robert's helping you shake there.
Oh yeah, thank you. Robert's doing a good job.
He is.
I got some no whammies from Sean.
Yeah.
No whammies. Stop.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, that's so funny.
How did that work out?
That's funny.
Sean.
Yeah, Sean Lefevre.
Sean, congratulations.
No whammies, and look what happens.
Look at that. I swear, folks, this is truly the most random thing. We
so random.
Have no control over the whole thing. Congratulations to the Hops. Congratulations to Sean. Of course, email me, KRIS@HAAshow.com. We'll get you connected to Erik and get those picked up at TransWorld. Yeah. Erik, this is such a pleasure. We have so much fun when you're on, and thanks. I know on behalf of Rich and Jen and everybody here, just thanks for being a part of this and doing everything that you do.
Absolutely. If you guys get a chance, follow us on Facebook. If you get a chance, look at the website. We love the feedback. Always looking for ways to improve, but then also just looking for ways to help everybody. We love Christmas time. We love the holiday season. We love Halloween. So, like I said, when you said, hey, just say stop, we never stop. Always so I was going to say start. But yeah, we're here to help. So let us know where we can, be of assistance to you, and we'll go from there.
Holidynamics.
We're excited for TransWorld, though. We are very excited this year to get rolling and get down there, show some new products, and go from there.
Well, folks, it's only 8 days to Christmas. We cannot wait to celebrate. And guess what? There's no time to take off. We will be back on a special Festivus show next Monday, December 23rd. So join us there. But thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll see you next Monday.
See you guys.